Hello, welcome to Kevlar's Quest, the Modern Life Podcast. I'm Kevin Ijezi. Today's quest is don't date potential, date reality. Don't date potential, date reality. When we are getting to know someone, especially in the early stages of dating, you are going to notice things that aren't so great. Maybe they are a little moody. Maybe they are bad at communicating. Maybe they have habits that rub you the wrong way. Some of these things you'll be able to live with, others not so much. But here's where a lot of people get stuck. They fall into what I call the trap of understanding. You see something about the person that is clearly a problem, and instead of accepting it for what it is, you start digging. You want to understand why they are like that. Maybe you think if you understand the root cause, it will make the problem go away or feel less intense. But that's not how it works. Think about it like this. If someone gets diagnosed with cancer, doctors don't spend months trying to figure out where the cancer came from. They focus on what to do next. The origin might be interesting, but it's not the priority. The same goes for relationships. If someone is emotionally unavailable, overly critical, or just plain difficult, knowing that it stems from childhood trauma or past relationships doesn't fix it. In fact, this mindset has become so common that we've started treating emotional issues like puzzles to solve. We say things like, she's not cold, she has just been hurt before. Or, he's not distant, he's just afraid of intimacy. And while those things might be true, they don't change the fact that the behavior is still happening and it's affecting you. Here's the bottom line. It doesn't matter where the problem came from. What matters is whether the person has done the work to deal with it. If they haven't, and they are old enough to have had time to do so, then it's not your job to fix them. It's their responsibility. Therapy might help, but if they have been in therapy for years and the problem is still there, then maybe therapy isn't enough. And if the issue is more of a problem for you than it is for them, you are going to be stuck trying to change someone who doesn't feel they need to change. That's the recipe for frustration. I know this can sound harsh, but what's even harsher is spending years in a relationship that drains you. You can feel sympathy for someone's past without signing up to carry their emotional baggage. You are not a savior. You are not a therapist. You are a person looking for a healthy, loving relationship. Now, I often compare dating to business. If it works in one, it usually works in the other. Think of dating like a hiring process. The man is the employer. He is the one extending the invitation. So imagine you are interviewing someone for a job. If they show up late, act entitled, or just don't seem like a good fit, do you spend hours trying to understand why they failed the interview? Of course not. You thank them for their time and you move on to the next candidate. That's how dating should work. That's how dating should work too. If you run into a deal breaker, something that makes a long-term peaceful relationship unlikely, then it's time to move on. Don't waste time trying to understand why she is the way she is. And definitely don't convince yourself that you can help her get over it. Get over it in quotes. Because here's the truth. Insight and emotional support aren't always enough. And it won't feel like much of a win if you understand the problem but still have to live with it every day. Eventually, your patience will run out and you will find yourself in a stressful, high conflict relationship. Better to say, thanks, but I don't think we are compatible. I wish you well. Simple advice, right? So why don't more guys follow it? Usually, it's because they are already emotionally committed to the woman too early. They didn't have all the information they needed before investing, and now they feel stuck. This often happens when the woman is extremely attractive or the man has low self-esteem or few options, or both. Now he feels like he has to fix her to get the relationship he wants. But that's not how it works. That's why it's so important for men to keep their emotions in check during the dating process. You don't invest in an employee before hiring them. Same goes for dating. Don't invest in a woman until you've really vetted her. Do that and you avoid the trap of understanding. You will stay clear-headed and make better choices and save yourself a lot of headache. Okay, that's our quest for today. Please subscribe, like, and share. Someone out there needs to hear this message, maybe someone like you. Let's spread strength and clarity to those navigating this journey. We'll talk more in future episodes. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening and take care.